Go ahead. Explain to me what you've done here in school.
I cut all these pieces out, and when I did this, I cut it 45 across here, and I left a piece of wood in there. So once I already used a plunge router, and I put it in there. So I made a groove for the piece to fall into.
Yeah.
And so then I put my, we mixed glue. And then I put putty here because the edge is where I had somebody else do the routering, and they did it wrong, and they clipped it too far, and a chunk came off, so I had to put putty in there. But then I drilled my holes because I measured down the middle, and I measured 1/16 from each side of the middle, so I can be off a little bit on my, countersinking. After I drilled my holes, I put countersink on it so that there wouldn't be a sharp edge for when I put my strings on. And I routed the whole edge right here so it's nice and, it's nice and rounded so it doesn't get caught in anything. And I measured out the strings, and there's a lot of math work to this. And we cut it out. And then when I did this, I ran them through. And when I got to here, because I started off right here, and there's a hole on the other end, I tied it. You see where I tied it? And then from there, I brought it all the way across here, put it down through, pulled it tight by wrapping the rest of the stuff through a piece of wood, and then I got to the edge, and I pulled down like that, and I put my scratch awl in there, just to keep it tight so that it doesn't go on, and then I weaved it up through here and into this one, down through, and it kept going across like that, in that same process, all the way down through here, stopped here, tied it, and I put it really tight here, and I tied it, and then it I put it tight enough where they had to come back up and just be perfect here. And then I worked my strings back and forth so that they all stayed the same tightness, and then I ran my second row through that, and I had to weave it up into each one. You see how?
So this is the benches for the canoe, right?
Yep, the seats. You can see how I went on top of this one and went down like that. This one I went underneath, and I did that back and forth. And see how this hole right here is further this way, and that hole is further this way on the inside. So that they went like this. Boom, 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 boom. And it works really nice.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right.